Welcome back. In the last video, we learned about pragmatic product critique. In this video, we're going to learn about pragmatic tool execution. So, let's go back to all the tasks that we saw, and the second set of tasks that we realized that are most common for designers centers around, hey, can you create a visual mock-up for me? Can you modify a screen for me? Can you create a prototype for me very quickly? Or, here's an application, can you create a new screen for me? So these are the common sets of tasks. And the common element in all of them involves the use of tools. Traditionally, what you would do is you'd learn the most popular tools that are out there in the market. You would probably learn how to create different screens and layers, and you would learn how to ship the individual screens as soon as they're ready. However, at a pragmatic level, when you're doing design at work, it is very common for you to get lots of changes. So imagine you had 20 screens and you have a number of buttons in each of the screens, and somebody came over to you and told you, hey, wait a minute, we need to change the button. So earlier they were just a text and the button, but now you need to change the text to an icon and text. So how would you do it? So would you change all these buttons one by one, or are you going to figure out a smarter way to solve that problem? The second challenge that you would face when you're working is most likely you're going to be working in teams. So you would either be working with somebody else on the same screen, so maybe 2 or 3 of you are designing the same screen, or maybe each one of you has different screens, but you need to make them look as if they're all related, they're all part of the same application. Either ways, you need to figure out how to work in a team and still deliver meaningful results. And finally, it is very rare today to see somebody just develop an application for only desktop or only for a mobile device. It is common where every application displays in multiple types of devices. It might go on a tablet, it might go on a mobile device, it might also go on a desktop. So when you're designing your artifacts, you need to think about how these artifacts will scale in different resolutions on different devices. Which brings us to pragmatic tool execution. So if you want to execute with a tool in a pragmatic manner, you absolutely need to know the theory, which is what are the features and how do those features work. In addition to that, you need to learn how to plan and organize your artifacts to speed up your work. For example, in this example of a button, can you design it in a way where you make a change once and all the buttons automatically reflect that change? The second aspect that you need to learn is how do you create your artifacts in a way that are easily understandable and shareable between your peers in your team. And the last one that you need to think about is how do you design your artifacts so they're scalable for different screen resolutions and different technological capabilities. In the next video, we're going to talk about a really important skill that you need to develop, which is how do you effectively ideate and come up with multiple solutions to a problem.